Welcome, one and all, back to the Cosmic Library, an MC Escher and Susie in space where all of the stories are, including on one of those wire spinny racks with all the new releases, lies the final chapter of one cyberpunk chop shop. As that wireframe spins and we pan away from the young adult section, we travel through a painting, and then down a flight of stairs, around some beanbags, to a catalog of floppy disks. And pulling one blue floppy disk from the shelf, we insert it into this gigantic computer display as we see the star logs of the ship known as the DFS Faustina. Welcome to the Cosmic Library, Deep Space. My name is Gunya Unending, and I was formerly a player character, but for today, I am your Galaxy Man, your GM. We are back playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, but we've taken a big old bucket of Star Trek and we've dumped it all over the place. And then I've dumped
a bucket of ocean water.
And then a big old bucket of ocean water as well, and that delicious gumbo will hopefully be tantalizing and sufficiently salty and with all the umami that you crave from this adventure.
It's interesting we're doing floppy disks. I thought for sure we were going to do those dense sci-fi novels where you have to insist it gets really good in book 13 and you just got to power through it.
I really hope.
That's the books I read.
I really hope that doesn't take to episode 13 for this to be any good.
Just trust me, by book 13 it gets really good. You just got to I know the original trilogy's a slog, but it sets up so much foundational stuff.
The author really hits his stride in like the 12th book, and it just it really takes off.
All right, any more jokes about Discworlds?
I love Discworld. You don't get to be mean to it, even though it's bad at first.
I'm reading a book right now that I've been assured is because it's the author's first book, that the other books are written much better.
You know what? I have a very similar attitude towards. I have a very similar attitude towards Beastmasters of Fraternia because that was my first full-length campaign, and it's okay. Now, I invite you to envision a swirling helixal galaxy known by its inhabitants as the Saffron System. In the Saffron System, there is a sort of democratic federation of outworlders that have come together, uniting species with species for a cultural exchange beyond, just simply, just coexistence on a universal scale. I invite you now to imagine a binary star system in the Saffron System.
I prefer non-binary star systems, but whatever.
Oh, you mean the star system that we're currently in? How unique. Anyway, I invite you, please, if you would, on this star map that we are creating, place a little blue planet in this binary star system. As we zoom down onto the planet's surface, our ears are treated to the pleasant sensation of waves. Waves that crest in white caps as they dance across the surface of this planet. Peaceful and serene, this entire planet is covered entirely with fresh, salty, blue, clear water. Today, just like any other, except for one glaring thing. A starship is falling from the sky. As it enters the atmosphere of this planet, there is a fiery cone that stretches from its front to its rear, making it look as though, an on-fire hamburger is careening towards the surface of this planet. And jettisoning off the surface of this disc are 10s, 20s, 30s of little escape pods that fly first up or out and then scatter across the planet's surface, sinking into its deep depths. I would like each and every one of you to roll for me a wisdom saving throw.
No goody.
No goody.
Oh.
Here we go.
What do we got?
It's 22.
22.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Noodle.
14.
Ah, that's my boy.
13.
20, 13. Okay, and then for James was a 14.
14. I only have a +2 to wisdom.
All right.
Dang.
Look at this wise guy.
Look at this wise guy.
Not my forte.
It just so happens to be mine.
I just got a decent roll.
We follow one of these escape podules as it.
I rolled
You rolled all right. We follow one of these escape podules as it descends through the water and lands with a thud amongst tall and capped corals, like towering mushroom trees and waving seagrass at the very base. Small crustaceans of strange shape scuttle away past a statue of a large clawed guardian. Moss and Noodle, you have retained all of your memories. Congratulations. Lissa,
Hell yeah.
the last thing you remember was graduating high school.
Yay!
Moss, you did your wisdom saving the best, so we're gonna start with you. Before you completely awaken to your current surroundings, you find yourself, or at the very least what you can only approximate your mind is a blank, watery void. No above, no below, a mild gradient of black to sky blue from your relative down to your relative up. What is your immediate reaction?
I breathe out and watch which way the bubbles go.
Breathing out, you see the bubbles go in front of you and hold there for just a second and go forward. You don't feel as though you're drowning.
Oh, okay.
Where the bubbles go, where they disappear from your field of vision, there is a pinprick of light. And that light grows and grows until this brilliant golden light blinds you in your mind's eye, and a voice deeper than the ocean, more sorrowful than a song, and more panicked than a young child, can only manage to translate its will into one word that you can understand, and that word is help. And you awaken. Your pod is filling with water. Noodle, you are the second one to, get your bearings. Your pod is filling with water. Above you, there is a bright red handle that reads emergency in at least 5 Galactic Standard languages.
Awesome. All right. I think step 1 is to get up there and slowly open that valve.
Yeah, so when you pull the lever, the hatch drops down a series of face-shaped rebreathers with a clear plastic covering for the face and 2 nodules on either side that will hopefully translate whatever substance is going into it into the breathable gas of whatever species puts it on. alongside those are a series of the best visual analog I have is Shadow the Hedgehog's restrainer bracelets. But for your wrists and for but for your wrists and for your ankles, these kind of 3-inch thick bands that kind of vibrate with a sort of like not with an uncomfortable energy, but with an energy that kind of that you can on a certain level psionically will to help you. These are meant to help you move more efficiently, whether it be through space or through, in this case, a liquid. The pod is still rapidly filling with water, and Lissa's character is still not up.
Okay, are we all in the same pod, or are we in different pods?
Lissa, Moss, and Noodle, you are all in the same pod.
Cool. If Moss seems okay, I'm going to dive down and try to get them out of whatever bindings they're in, presumably some sort of...
While you're doing that,
or...
Noodle, would you mind introducing us to your character?
Yeah, so my character is Ensign Milo, at your service. I am or at least I was, we'll see what happens, a recent graduate of the Academy and a new member aboard the ship. I was starting, I'm a red shirt in Star Trek terms. I started in operations, generally doing handyman work around the ship, until I learned there was no dedicated cook on the ship, and everyone was just eating rations or whatever the food world exists here of that, and taking great offense to that, he has more or less made himself the cook of the ship. And I am a spring Eladrin. Eladrin can change shapes to, or not shapes, but seasons to kind of change their appearance. Right now I am in a rainy spring day. Yeah. I don't know if people can see the 4 characters on the board, but...
I've got them zoomed in right on you right now because you're the only one that matters. Give me a sleight of hand check to try to free Lissa.
You know what's wild? I'm actually pretty good at this.
Excellent.
DC
15.
That is a DC 15. I got a 22.
Excellent. Lissa, you feel the pressure around your chest loosen, and that spurs you from sleep. You thought you were going to bed to go to school the next day. You are terribly wrong. If you could go ahead and describe your character for us, Melissa.
So Dr. Silvertongue is about 5'11" or so, a green tiefling, and just like, Mama, I'd like to sleep more, please.
As your lungs fill with the water that you're underneath.
Milo and Moss's character, you definitely hear that. Moss, if you could do us the favor of describing your character.
Yes. Mira is a star child cosmic elf. She draws her internal power from a star. I haven't decided what to name it yet. She's a xenobiologist that works in operations and like scanning stuff, environmental controls, just anything involving what's in and around the ship.
So, you guys are still in a capsule that is rapidly filling with water, and not much time is left until... Any actions?
I'd like to put a mask on both of their faces if Mira isn't helping themselves already. If they are, then I'm going to put one on Dr. Silvertongue's.
Is that amenable?
What was it? Doctor? It was Doctor, yeah.
Doctor?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Doctor.
What was your first name again, Doctor?
Lily.
Lily.
Doctor.
Lily.
Doctor.
It's a family name.
We got Mira, Dr.
Yeah.
Lily, and Milo.
Milo.
I'm the
Vincent
ship's
Milo
counselor,
Renfield.
damn it.
Mira, do you want to add professor to your name, or are you just gonna go as no superlative?
She does not have her master's or PhD, I'd say, no.
Okay, so
Unaccredited.
unaccredited So on an official capacity, the ranks that are here is medical officer, science officer, and ensign. The importance of those titles are completely lost on the ocean as the capsule kind of cracks like an egg, and you guys are released into the surrounding kind of coral mushroom forest as the shell of this capsule kind of peels away like an egg or an orange. And you see the statue of a crustaceal clawed like hero, bipedal, with a long mustache made of like the antenna of a lobster. Your uniforms do not seem to be damaged in any capacity. Each of you have your Federation standard emblems, which have the cantrip message just preloaded onto them, otherwise known as communicators. Whatever standard equipment you had at the at any given time before an evacuation, you have on your person. The next choice is simply, what do you do next?
Get out of the pod.
Objective: survive.
Yeah.
We play Subnautica, I guess.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, I guess we're playing Subnautica. I would like to check
Okay.
our surrounding area. Like, do a
Give me a
survival
perception check. Or survival, yeah. Survival check. If all three of you can make one if you
I
want to
mean,
do
if you want,
a
if you want
group.
me to do perception, that's better.
Nice. Yeah, you would want that.
You are operating with the memories that you had in high school, so you're going to be doing this at disadvantage.
Oh! Oh!
What'd you get, Milo?
Oh! Your boy got a nat 20 for a 24.
Ooh!
If
I'm
you're doing
surviving out
perception,
here.
then 17.
17 with disadvantage, and you got
Your boy knows how to purify salt water. Let's fucking go!
It was perception, you said?
or survival, whichever one.
Get to the surface. He's in a life raft cooking breakfast.
I know which berries are edible, motherfuckers!
18.
18. All right. I'm gonna.
I suggest moving it back to the camera.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
I know how to tie every fucking knot.
Knots are important. All right.
Captain Italian nuts. Good.
All three of you clock strange holes in the trunks of these coral mushrooms. They stick out at odd angles. Moss and Noodle, both of you notice that for a brief second there appears to be some kind of round nodule at the end, and in weird spots on the statue. That as soon as you think you notice them, they close up. Noodle, you also see a large, towering column of bubbles in the distance.
We have potentially more people in a... sorry, what's the voice? We have potentially more survivors over there. We should probably get to them before they drown too, huh?
Yes.
Or whatever, whatever you think is best.
Listen, at this point, I will let you make another wisdom saving throw to regain the rest of your knowledge.
All right.
This isn't prom.
Wait a second.
I don't have a science test tomorrow.
That's 17.
17.
I've heard of an under the sea theme, but this is ridiculous.
There's some. You're like, you're kind of still stuck in. This has got to be a bad dream. I gotta wake up. Because you just missed the DC.
Damn it!
Oh, damn it.
As you guys regroup and plan, I would like to cut over to.
This isn't the school trip I was planning.
I want to cut
My mom
over.
didn't sign my permission slip for this.
I would like to cut over to Video James.
Hi.
I'm Video James.
James.
You might be wondering how I got.
Okay, guys, seriously. I got a lot more exposition to get through.
I
Please.
had to.
It's okay. It's okay. Video James, your character is unconscious still. Tell me.
Let me just hang on. There we go.
Cool. Your character is dreaming of their homeworld, which, as we discussed, is a little farming colony in a series of asteroids called Kansas 2.
The sequel we've all been waiting for.
Yeah. So, what time of day is it?
It's the sun is hanging real low. The shadows of nearby asteroids is doing funky things to the rolling wheat fields. And through the wheat fields comes a black two-headed dog.
Do I recognize the dog, or
Yeah.
is this an unfamiliar sight?
I mean, I'm gonna say yeah, but if you want to dig deeper to it, I'll go ahead and give me a second wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Okay, well, cool, because I rolled a 19. Thanks for that. That's a 9.
That's a 9. You love this dog.
Oh, Roscoe. Hey, buddy. Oh, what are you doing out in the wheat field, man? You gotta. It's getting late. We're losing double sunlight.
One of its two heads nuzzles up against your thigh, and just kind of. It does the best impression of a pointer dog it can, but it has two heads that are joined at like at the jaw. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you looking at, dude? What's going on?
And Roscoe, congratulations, you named it. Named it Roscoe, right?
Roscoe.
Rosko. Roscoe runs into the wheat field.
Hey, no, we gotta head back in. Pa's waiting for us. And I start taking off after him.
You follow Roscoe, and you find a downed bird.
What kind of bird?
Give me a nature check.
Okay, giving me all the things that I am not good at.
Wait, you're some sort of ornithologist? Come on.
Come on.
That's a 2.
That's a 2? That is a great big bird. It's a bigger bird than you've ever seen in your life.
Holy
It's a great big.
shit,
You
Roscoe.
can't. I mean, it's a great big bird. Underneath the bird is a porcupine, and sitting next to the porcupine is a frog.
What in double moon is going on here? Like, what? Roscoe, stay back. Hang on. I'm gonna
Roscoe
go up
completely ignores you and goes right for the frog.
No, Roscoe, no!
Nom, just eats it. Unless you want to make a contested
no,
roll.
I'm trying to what you'd do if a dog picked up something is you're trying to pull it out.
Get your hands
come on!
in there.
No, it's like, no, come on!
Yeah, you got to face two mouths because the other mouth is working on the porcupine.
Oh, Jesus, come on! Roscoe, no, it's got spikes in it! Roscoe, put that down!
You say that? The spikes don't seem to bother Roscoe in the slightest.
That seems weird. Can I roll some sort of insight or something
Sure.
Seems fine to me.
Yeah, I'm asking what you'd want me to roll to figure out that's strange. Roscoe should be affected
Seems
by porcupine.
unbothered by porcupine.
Unbothered by porcupines,
think
unbothered by frog, and the many things that frog could mean.
I got a 20, dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Actually, no, 22. I forgot. I actually have
22. Okay, on a 22,
proficiency.
you know for a fact that what Roscoe has done is actually impossible. I think you're, for the first time, clued in to the fact that this is a dream, and you don't know where you are, what has happened to the Faustina, or what has happened to your crew, or anything like that. All these things start to rush into your mind as you wake up. You feel numb. From your head to your feet, you feel completely numb. You try to take a breath and realize you have no nose. Video James, if you would, please introduce your character.
I am Captain Morgan Iron Phillips
Hell yeah.
of the DFS. What did we end up naming it? The Faustina.
Faustina. I was pronouncing it
DFS
Faustina.
Yeah, Faustina.
Are you faster?
The Captain Iron is a moniker that he received that he likes to pretend is because he's really courageous and bold. He actually received this in the academy for eating things for money.
What is your first action awaking?
The first action is if I'm numb, I'm reaching for the harness holding me into the pod to try to rip myself out of it.
You're not in a pod. You look around, and for free, I'll tell you, you're still in the bridge.
All right, I am removing any sort of harness that is holding me to whatever I'm stuck in.
He went down with the ship.
Assuming that I am still in the seat, that I am unbuckling myself to try to get up and move.
You are no longer in the seat. You see a trail of blood leading from your captain's chair to a pod that has opened up in the ground. This is one of the many emergency fabrication pods. And you are laying on your back. And you are, and I'm going to move your icon to show everyone.
Yep.
A robot. You have been your consciousness has been transferred into what's called a blank.
I immediately start panicking, looking at what's left of me in the blood, and then I start staring at my hands and clawing at my clothing and having a full-on panic attack.
Let's cut back to the other guys.
I don't think you can.
Yeah. I'm struggling for air that doesn't come.
You hear a door in the ship, past the bridge, past. I'll show the map is forthcoming. Past the ship, past the mess. Sorry, we'll cut back to you, but just you do hear someone coming as we return.
As I hear someone coming,
See a lot of time between our characters, James.
Yeah, it's. I am in full-blown medical panic at the moment.
So, has there been with Team Mira, Dr. Lily, and Milo? Has there been a plan concocted?
I'm not thinking or talking. I'm just going as fast as I can.
I still think I'm on a school trip, apparently. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're dragging Lily along, and we're heading to some sort of solid ground, and then we can assess who
what?
needs what.
You have fun with that. I'm going towards the bubbles, but...
What do you mean by solid ground?
Okay, well, at least to the surface, then.
Terra firma.
The straight up surface? Alright, you did really well on your survival check prior, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you did really good. I think you did good. By your estimations and by your tricorder readout, you know that you are at least 100 to 180 feet below the surface of the water. Which is, for a woman of science is incredible, because the water pressure should be killing all three of us. But there's something about this strange planet that keeps the water pressure at bay.
We got less dense water out here, shit.
You'll find that you have whatever your swim speed is now what your normal movement speed is with the aid of the 4 rings on your wrists and your feet. Whatever, you can move in all directions, up, down, left, right, diagonal, at whatever speed you normally would.
West.
Even west, yes. Especially west.
Shit.
West is actually
extra west.
West is actually the direction that the tide is going, but that's another thing. So you whatever.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the bubbles are east of you.
Dang it. Well. I have a 40 movement speed. So I'm swimming at an upsetting speed. Holy shit. 40, on a dash.
As you go, you find yourselves passing more of these strange mushroom coral trees. There's a whole forest of them. There does appear to be a paved road of some kind. You see like a cobblestone path where the trees have parted. It's a little overgrown. There's some starfish, some sea sponge. and some seagrass, making home in between the cracks and crevices. But every 50 feet or so, there is another statue of a different part crustacean warrior.
I crunched the numbers. I am swimming at approximately 2.5 times faster than the fastest ever recorded swimming speed. Just a unit.
Very nice.
Awesome.
The
I am
return of Michael Phelps 3.
As you, so
basically, you all
the game plan is move towards the enormous pillar of bubbles.
That's my thing. I don't know what everyone else is up to. I didn't consult.
Have you abandoned your crewmates?
Well, I'm an
I have
ensign,
not.
so that's, yeah. I said I was going. Whether they choose to follow me is their prerogative.
Okay.
All right.
You've taken off, so I'm following
Yeah.
after you while holding on to.
Milo is in
Dr.
fight or
Milo.
flight, and he is a flightless bird. He's just fucking going.
The hypocrisy of that aside, you guys, I'm gonna say, Milo, you first. You're gonna do this one whole round before everyone else. Milo, roll for initiative.
Okay. I almost took the alert feat and then didn't.
Ha!
That is, I have rolled. I think it's
Wait,
my
did
third
we get a
dirty
feat?
20. Oh no, I'm just level 4, so I get one.
Third.
Oh, okay.
I'm God's favorite. So
You are
let's
God's
just
favorite.
say I rolled the highest on a
Congratulations.
die.
So you rolled a dirty 20. This entity
Yeah.
has rolled a 13. All right. It did get a surprise round on you, so it's going to go ahead and make an attack with +5.
It's gonna make it. I'm gonna use my luck, a luck point to make it do it at disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah.
I might need another D20 because I'm sick of rolling this.
You weren't expecting a second.
I wasn't expecting competent players.
Uh-huh.
Your challenges only
Also,
make
in
me stronger.
2014, backgrounds come with feats, and my background came with the lucky feat. So,
Hell yeah,
which
dog.
is mildly nerfed, but I think it gets better over time. I don't remember.
We're not going to use this die. That die is for serious rolls. This is only a semi-serious roll. Alright, so with disadvantage, that's going to be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Alright, you see the one of, so on this particular statue that you've just passed, it appears to be like a humanoid mantis shrimp, and one of its eye stalks had stretched out into a long tentacle and kind of thrashed at you, and as it ripped through the water, you just dodging it. It is now your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get up in its face, I assume, and I pull out one of my knives. This is, of course, a cooking knife, but it'll do. I bring out my filleting knife. It just feels like the correct thing to have.
Hey, fishy,
and
fishy.
that first attack of the game is going to be 14 plus 6 for another dirty 20.
Excellent, dude. You were the dirty
A
20
dirty
king.
20 king.
Yeah, that
They-
beats
they
its armor
call me
class.
Filthy
Yeah.
20. All right. First attack, that is going to be 3 plus 4 for 7 damage.
Give me 1 sec. I need to
It is
find
alive,
my.
I have response.
I'm just gonna use my calculator app for this. You said what was the first attack damage?
That was 7 damage.
7 damage. Excellent. Is that? Did you only get the one attack, right?
Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to flurry of blows because I'm a monk. And
Hell
do
yeah,
2
dog.
more attacks. As I dig the knife into it, I just start bang, bang. That is a 14 to hit on one and a 9 to hit on the other.
The first one hits. The second one, unfortunately, does not.
Oh well. And that is 9 damage, 5 plus 4.
As you deal the second bout of 9 damage and go for that third attack, it completely betrays the shape that it was holding, and you see what your best approximation is some kind of strange purple sea sponge dissolve the form of this mantis shrimp warrior, and just take on a completely amorphous kind of like center of mass, just trying to, this thing hit me here, so I'm gonna not be that thing anymore, as it kind of, continues to hold certain aspects of the shape, like maybe the most dangerous parts, like the punching pincers of the mantis shrimp. But the head shape that it was holding onto, it just completely abandons and just becomes like a round, multi-eyed nobule with some toothy maws sticking out of it. It is its turn again. While you've got it nice and close, it's gonna go ahead and make an attack with that toothy maw that had just revealed itself to have. That is gonna be that's a nat 20.
Well, that does hit.
It's a nat 20 plus 5 to
I
hit.
does have adamantine flesh, so that does hit.
Let's see. That's gonna be. Let's see. Where is my D8? Here we go. This is, crit's good. So it's gonna be double this roll plus 3. So 14 plus 6 is how much damage? 14 plus 6 is dirty 20 damage. As the toothy maw just sticks out, as the toothy maw jumps out of this amorphous nobule that it's made of itself, and just kind of latches like the mouth of the alien around your neck and sinks in its teeth as you start to bleed. You also take 4 acid damage.
Okay, so 24 damage in total?
24 damage, 20 piercing damage, 4 acid damage.
I think if anyone else had taken this fight, they would be down, but I am up at 1 HP.
It is at this point that the other two, Dr. Lily and Mira, enter the fray. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright.
I got hurt, y'all.
16.
16?
Yeah, it is real convenient that I have 25 HP. Holy shit.
So
16.
goes Milo. Milo, Lily. No, it goes Milo, Mira, and then what is your dex?
0.
Not you, her.
Oh.
Mine is 16.
16. Okay, so your dex is higher than its dex, so you go before it. Top of the initiative, Milo, then Mira, then Lily, then it. Milo, it is your turn. You have teeth around your neck and they sting.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna start stabbing again. I'm not happy about it, but I don't know what else I'm gonna do. And then that is a 8 plus 6 for a 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
All right, that's gonna be 1 plus 4, 5 damage.
5 damage, excellent. Any other attacks?
I'm going to flurry of blows a second time now because I'm in danger.
In danger.
All right, that's gonna be 17 and an 18.
Both hit.
I hope so. Oh, all my D6s are over here from when we were playing Cyberpunk. That's why I can't find any.
Hey, yoppa.
They're in this little box. All right, that is 5 plus 8 is 13 damage. And as a drunken fist monk, I can disengage for free after I do that. So I'm gonna get the.
Don't you have to be
back.
drunk to do that?
No, you do not have to be drunk to do Drunken Master stuff.
Oh, I thought that was the whole conceit.
Drunken Master is a fighting style based on what it's like to be drunk,
Okay.
but it doesn't necessitate alcohol.
So you said you did 2 other attacks. One did 13 damage, one did...
No, it's based on the loosey-goosey muscles.
Yeah, sorry, I did 3 attacks. The second 2 did 13 collectively. The first one did 5.
Oh,
so
I see.
in total
I
I've done
gotcha.
18 damage.
Alright, and so you then disengage... Like, kick...
Which I can do for free as a drunken monk.
Cool. You fucking twist and kick flip off the this phony statue. Mira, you see lots of delicious red stuff coming out of Milo's neck.
I don't like
What
that
do
you
you do?
described it as delicious to Mira, but yeah.
I want
Boy,
to
you looking good.
I want to cast Or rather, how close am I to it?
You're as close as you need to be.
Okay, I cast
What's the
command
range?
on it.
Oh, command.
60 feet.
Oh yeah, you're as close as you need to be. 60
Okay.
feet. What does command?
I tell it cease fire, which I'll say it uses the same effect as halt, which is it takes no action, it takes no bonus action if it fails a wisdom saving throw.
Interesting.
How wise is this thing?
This is like a psionic ability that your race just has. The answer is yes.
Okay. Yes. Right, yeah, you said that magic is innate to their being.
Magic
Yes,
is either
okay.
gadgetry or physiology in this campaign.
Okay, I will try to come up with something for each of the spells because
Let's
they
see.
do fit her character.
It has rolled a 17 on its wisdom saving throw.
That I'm pretty sure that succeeds.
Dang.
You look at the thing in one of its many eyes, and we see like a solar halo come around your face as you try to give the command. Unfortunately, one eye just ain't gonna cut it, as it resists the command, the sonic command. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah, that would be my action. Yeah.
All right. It is 18-year-old Lily's turn. There is a funky sci-fi monster in front of you, and the only person that you've seen in the last 20 minutes is bleeding from the neck. Totally gotta be a dream, unless you want to roll another wisdom saving throw to snap out of it.
I would like to try and snap out of it, so let's see. What's that? Ooh, 8. That's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. Yeah, all of your training, all of your history, all of your relationships, good and bad, come snapping back to you in the moment that you see literal actual. You can fucking smell the blood in the water. And this is real. This is like really dangerously real, and that guy is actually bleeding. I want to take like a brief moment because I'm really curious. Dr. Lily, you recognize Milo, you recognize Mira. I want you to give each of them a foible that you've learned about them as you've treated them as a medical officer.
A foible?
A
What
foible.
do you mean by that?
Like a little quirk, a little annoyance that you personally have against these two people.
A fault.
Yeah,
A
shit out of
foible
me.
is like the
A
weakness.
flaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word of the day.
Because this is
Foible.
the first thing that you see when you recognize these people as people you know are their foibles as a therapist.
In my experience, therapists actually notice the reasons why you should get divorced when they see you again for the first time. One of my best
I
friends is a.
Okay, what do each of you do again on the ship?
She's a science
I-
officer.
Yeah, I assess the sensors, so like whenever we're like flying around, I scan for planets and what their life signs are, and I also control the environmental systems on the ship, so like we can breathe and stuff.
Okay, I
and
think in Moss's character's case, it's not necessarily like anything that's like personally against the character, but Lily doesn't like how the sensors are calibrated on the ship because it makes the ship smell weird to her.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. And
oblivious to
Ensign
their own
Milo.
bad smell.
Well,
remind you
I-
that
I
Okay.
am powered by nuclear fission, so that
Yeah.
might contribute to it.
yeah, and
That's
so
what it
Ensign
is.
Milo.
No, like there's a static smell when you that ozone smell.
Yeah,
like,
when she enters the
before
room.
A storm.
You know,
It's like,
people.
you can't control that, so I'm not going to like say anything about that. Like, it's not something you are personally aware of necessarily or able to do anything about, so I'm not gonna say anything. Like, the same way, like, you shouldn't say anything about someone's weight, but especially if it's something they can't control. Like,
Yeah,
it's like...
I imagine she smells the way licking an old CRT screen tasted like.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
I know exactly
Scent
what
memory
you mean when
unlocked.
you say that.
The word you're looking for is ozone. She smells like ozone.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Ozone ridden.
And then
Yeah.
Dr. Lily, what is a foible that you immediately think of when you look at Milo? Ensign Milo.
Okay,
So
what
reminder,
is...
Milo on paper is handyman around the ship. But one day he made eggs that the captain liked really well. I think he said, and I quote, "If I'm ever unable to eat these eggs for any reason, go ahead and kill me." So he became the chef. If I ever became a creature that didn't consume food and thus could not eat eggs, please kill me. I think that's what he said.
Well then, we're gonna
Anyway.
have an interesting conversation with our captain in a bit.
No. Anyway, no. He's in practice. He's a cook around here. He does have to do handyman stuff, but he multitasks. I'm just happy to help wherever I can.
I think the foible is you always get my coffee wrong, so I always have to go back and doctor it.
Ooh.
Anyway, the guy who gets your coffee wrong is bleeding from the neck.
I will heal him.
Delay.
I have
I
two
will
wounds.
use healing word, and the word will be 2 creams, not 1.
I have cure wounds and healing word and aid because I didn't know if we would have another support-esque character, so I loaded up on health spells.
You got your tricorder and you got your pack of future shots that do various
I
things.
pull out a hypo spray and I'm casting cure wounds.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll the health dice on Milo.
In 2024,
48.
healing spells got doubled.
That
so
is
that's
a D8.
base cure wounds is 2d8 now, and base healing word is 2d4.
Yeah, I need to.
What is your max health again?
25.
25.
And I'm at
I'm gonna
1.
cast it at second level, I think, then.
So it'd be 3d8 in this context. Plus relevant spellcast. D&D is fun.
D&D is fun.
It's complicated, but in a way that more people are knowledgeable on
Here we go.
compared to Cyberpunk.
Had to fish the D8s out.
Yeah.
That's a 10. Excuse me.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, okay, that's impressive.
You're an imposter.
So that's how much healing in
it's
total.
a D10. Okay.
Let's see. That would be a 7, a 4, and then plus 3.
Okay,
So 14 plus 4 is 15, 16, 17, 18. Then plus 3 is
21.
21.
Oh god, I went from 25 to 1 to 22 in the course of 6 seconds.
What a whiplash!
Yeah.
Alright, is that the entirety of your turn, Lily?
Then you try to take a deep breath and you drown.
He's got the mask on.
Let's
I had a
see.
breather on.
Yeah.
That got broke.
What
by
does
the
my
thing
bardic
and now
inspiration do?
It allows you to give
That is like a...
a bardic die to someone else's roll, should they choose to use it.
Yeah, it's a
No, I know.
D4,
I know that. I'm saying, like, is there something special about this particular class? Thank you.
That's for the people at home, the 3 people at home who are watching this live. And the countless others watching it on the VOD. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Okay, no,
Did it?
okay, as a bonus action, you can expend one of your bardic inspirations and choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. Creature must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn. Okay, so I'm gonna use my unsettling words on the mantis shrimp. guy.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look over at him and go, you can't do that.
He can't do that.
Can he do that?
He can't. Wait, what are you saying?
Can't do that.
Can't.
He.
do
Oh, like you can't do that.
In Scottish.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Kind of. Oh, so your character is Scottish coded. All right.
Scottish
I was trying
coded.
to figure out.
Interesting.
Why did you think there was bagpipes there?
From Scotland 3, this one's from. That's right, we're all from different parts of the world, but in their sequel.
Scotland 3.
I'm actually from the planet that Beverly Crusher's family.
Some of them is rough. My character is from Norway 14.
Norway 14. Have you seen Norway 9? Norway 9 is a shit show.
Anyway,
What have I started?
Anyway,
No.
Lily, that's your turn.
I'm kidding. My character would never tell you where he's from. What?
Dr. Lily, your turn. That was your turn?
My character wouldn't care.
Or what's going on? What does the cutting words do?
Why can't he do that?
But is it just word? Is it
That
just
silence was all I needed.
is it just words, or is there supposed to, like, this is cutting words as a bard thing? Is there supposed to be psychic damage? Right?
No, it just means they have to subtract the bardic inspiration die from their next roll.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's cool. This next up.
You've thrown him off his rhythm.
Next up is a lair action. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 16.
I'm fucked.
11 plus 6 is 17. I'm solid.
Cool.
18.
All right, Moss, you take 3 points of piercing damage as a long, pale, snaking worm jettisons out from one of the holes in the mushroom coral and takes a quick little nibble out of your calf. It is its turn. And
I'm just imagining Wiglet biting at Moss's feet now.
Imagine, I would rather you imagine like one of the sandworms, but like smaller and more like Hootie from the Owl House.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna make.
We were facing the ocean curse. I don't remember his name.
It is going to make an attack roll against Moss now. Let's see. It's gonna be a +5 to hit. It's going to be an 18. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
All right. That's going to be.
That was the saddest yes I've ever heard.
It's going to be 1d8 plus 3 bludgeoning damage.
It's unfortunate I can't use spare the dying on
That's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage as another amorphous tendril whips out of this now almost completely abandoned statue shape as it swipes at you and does that damage.
I am critically wounded.
Critically
I am
wounded.
now bleeding. Yes.
Things are going well, guys. Good
Things
episode
are
1.
doing so well. Milo, it's your turn.
Guys, we're nailing.
So well.
Milo,
Milo?
it is your turn.
Yeah, Milo's going to get between his friend. I guess they're friends. I don't know if they've ever talked before. He's going to get between the biologist friend and the monster, and try to start drawing aggro with, you got it, another attack.
Oh boy.
Here
Go
I
ahead
kill him again.
go ahead and beat a 12.
16. I did that.
You did. Good job.
That is 9 damage, and without expending, I can still use a bonus action to do an unarmed strike, so I'm gonna do that. Just one this time.
Go for it.
I rolled the die right under my computer.
That was impressive. My laptop's on like a stand to help with ventilation, and I rolled the die right under it, so we're gonna try it again.
Do it.
9. So I missed.
Oh, you did miss.
Yeah.
That sucks. You know, you go for it. It would appear to have.
I get in the way.
You know what? On this, for that attack failure, I'll let you intuit that it appears to not have bones. Mira, it's your turn.
By the way, on the unsettling words, I rolled a 3. So next saving throw it makes before the start of my next turn, it has to subtract 3 from.
I see. Gotcha. Mira, it is your turn. You've
I'm
been
going
nibbled.
Yes, I am going to attack the lobster with Sacred Flame. It must make a dex saving throw.
The thing that's radiant damage, but not fire damage, huh?
I mean,
Yeah,
Fizzles
I'm not
out.
gonna be an
Yeah.
ass. I'm not gonna be an asshole about that.
Well, it's radiant damage. It's not fire. It's
It's
Yeah,
radiation
it's
damage.
hey,
Give
yeah,
it cancer.
and that's an order.
It's pure
Listen.
plasma.
I'm just
Okay.
picturing you pulling out like a cancer ray, and like I didn't know I was gonna need this today.
You set your phaser to scorching ray.
You feel the gun do nothing.
so-
you just start crying.
It rolled. So you said it was a dex saving throw, right?
Yes.
It rolled
can't
a 2
just shoot
plus 1
bad.
minus 3.
Oh.
A big old 0.
Yeah,
Not a
so it
critical.
takes-
Not a critical failure, because it didn't roll in that one. But it has a big old Zippo. It can do nothing.
It does take 1 damage though.
Takes 1 damage.
Damn.
We
Pathetic.
see one of
Actually,
it.
You are going to jail.
We see one of its eyeballs like shrivel and kind of sizzle a little bit. It disappears to be like very painful, if not extremely damaging. I mean, lots of. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do another lair action, but this time, all 3 of you make another dexterity saving throw.
19.
19. DV is still 16.
Hell yes.
18.
18. 2.
Yes.
So,
Ooh.
Mira,
I
I
mean,
really don't want you to die, but you're really
I
asking for
don't.
it.
Apparently, I need to get out of here.
I
I
need
gotta get out of here. I also remember that monks have a really overpowered ability in the new version. So I'm trying to get in your way to help protect.
That's 3d4 going into the cup.
You do the cup?
That's gonna be a total of 7 piercing damage as 3 more worms jettison out from a nearby stalk and take more nibbles at clearly the weakest of the 3 of you. You've been nibbled 4 times now. Moss.
So what you're saying is I need
Oh,
to
she's
heal
frozen.
Moss now.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, Moss is frozen. It could be hard to tell because I, for a minute, just thought that they were looking at their phone.
Are
Oh, they're
you
frozen.
good?
Oh, Moss.
Moss.
You're
Moss!
There.
You got
Are you
nibbled!
also-
Status report.
Roll 20 is just killing the call.
Ah,
Oh,
Well, that's
I
why
go
we're not
down.
using it,
you're down.
right? Yeah.
That's fun. You
Yes.
go. Yeah, you. That's great.
So much fun.
It is Lily's turn. You watch Mira, faint.
Alright. So, let's see, one of these is a bonus action, or used to be a bonus action. Is it still? Okay, it is. Alright. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast Aid.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's coffee.
Um, So I'm giving all of us 5 extra additional max hit points.
Oh, okay. So you go
Um,
from so Moss goes from 0 to 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Moss.
And then I'm going to cast Healing Word at first level as my bonus action.
Cool. Go ahead and calculate how much healing that is while I do a little scene inside of Mira's mind. Mira, while you're still unconscious, you're back in that same void. The same void that is now drenched in golden light. And that same voice calls out to you with the same question, this time with more words. Will you help me? Will
Yes,
you help?
Where are you?
Deep. Deep. I cannot see the light. I am deep. Find my sister. She can help. You must find the Lady Ray, and then you're back to reality.
Lady Ray. Okay.
I managed to get max healing out of it, so
Ooh.
you got 11.
Plus 5 added to your total HP.
Yeah, in D&D Beyond, there's a max health thing that you can do the thing.
Can't cast 2-leveled spells. I mean, either way. I'll allow it.
But yeah, I was
Maybe-
quietly mentioning it for a reason.
Maybe we'll tighten.
because,
Maybe we'll tighten up the rules if this show gets picked up. But this is the pilot. Let's have fun.
Yeah,
you're
really.
right.
But also, I hope that BG3 has taught us all that it doesn't matter, and that's a lame rule.
Right.
It really is.
Lame.
Yeah, I always homebrew it out because,
Anyway,
like, it's still powerful, but you're spending spell slots, and you still have a limited amount of those. There's a
Lily,
way.
is that the end of your turn? Lily, Dr. Lily, is that the end of your turn?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
It is its turn, and it is going to see you take away a free lunch and extend a mouth in your general direction.
That's an awful description.
Yeah. Spend them out.
Yeah,
I
don't
extend a
like-
mouth in your general
I really
direction.
and truly do not like that.
Alright,
Come
so
on,
that's gonna
Pat,
be
throw a brother a mouth here.
that's gonna be a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, let's go ahead and roll damage. You take 4 points of acid damage, and you take 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so how much in total?
17.
Still up.
You good?
I got 10 health.
Hey.
Cool. Top of the order, it's Milo's turn.
Milo apparently didn't get in its face enough, so it's going to try to get even closer and fuck it up harder because apparently
in the face.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get up in its mouth.
Go
too,
ahead
but
and
not
roll
really
your
go to-
attacks. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a Mr. Lee Mulligan and write the remaining hit points it has right here on a piece of paper.
Right. First attack is going to be an 18 plus 6, so I'll just go ahead and assume that hit.
Yeah, beat a 12.
For
I believe in you.
7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Still alive.
Still alive.
And fucking around. Flurry of blows. That's 16 and an 18. Those both hit.
Yep.
So I took 7. I dealt 7 damage already,
Mhm.
and that's going to be another 7 plus 8 for 15 for a total of 22 damage.
At the end of your round, you've dealt 22 damage
22 damage.
in total.
Mm-hmm.
When you started attacking at the beginning of this round, it had 14 points of damage.
14.
Uh,
Boom! Stab!
You find that the thing that was merely mimicking a statue crumples into a kind of gelatinous purple paste that seeps over the pedestal of where there clearly used to be a statue. The feet are still attached to the base of the thing, and in a language that at just an initial glance, neither of you can recognize. But if either of you had a skill that you wanted to use or some kind of ability that allowed you to comprehend an alien language, perhaps now would be the time to do so. But clearly there is writing. I don't know if you guys can or do have the capacity to try to figure it out just yet, unless you guys do. But the important thing was, It's dead. There are worms about, and is there any chatter that happens before you guys get a move on?
How's everyone doing? Is everyone okay?
I think I'm good, but I'm still bleeding pretty bad.
Uh-huh.
Does anyone have a med kit?
Doctor?
I have a few more spells that I can drop.
I'm in pretty good spirits myself.
I will cast Cure Wounds on you at first level because I don't have more spells.
All right.
Damn it, I'm a therapist, not a doctor.
A therapist has a first aid kit, probably.
While you
Maybe.
guys handle that, if you do decide to continue to move on, I'm going to need a group nature check, the average of which needs to beat, whatever, not a nature check, nature, survival, perception, whatever skills you guys are using to help navigate and get through. As we move on, the lot of you
you
need...
get 17.
Oh, cool. The lot of you...
And I'm gonna heal myself as well.
Oh, I was going to heal you if you want.
My survival and my
yeah, if you would
perception
heal
are the
me, I would
same,
appreciate that.
so,
Yeah,
21
I'm going to
survival.
use Divine Spark on you.
Everyone talk at once?
Yeah. You want to
Once you guys
How's that
get back
feel?
on the road, I would like each of you to make a skill check to reflect how you're aiding the continued survival of everyone. The lot of you collectively need to beat a 15 on average. As we move on over
Um,
to what's going on with
Was it nature or survival?
whichever one you
Nature,
think
survival,
you're bringing to the team. We move on back to the crashed DFS Fustina, and we see a red tiefling enter the bridge and approach Captain Iron Phillips, a bit more ironically embodying his moniker than ever before. You recognize this as Ensign Grix. He is the personal secretary of Medical Officer Lily.
Grix, what's going on?
Captain?
Yeah, who else would it be, dumbass? What's going on?
The ship went down.
Oh, it's not supposed to be like this. What? Did everybody make it to the pods?
There's some of us left. I'm pretty sure the head mechanic, I'm pretty sure he just split. I mean, there's a hatch open in I went to go see what was going wrong with the ship. He's pulling out his data pad and he's giving you readouts on the state of the ship. Both tractor pods on the ship have received a critical failure. It's going to take a while to get those up and running. Both generators have a minor failure.
Can I, while he's talking, can I look him over?
Sure. Go ahead and give me whatever roll you want to.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll like a perception check because he's talking like he's fine, like uninjured.
Mm-hmm.
I am in a robot body, which is kind of setting off red flags in my head here. So
right.
I rolled 22. Yeah.
On a 22. You may have, not been paying attention entirely when it came to the leadership seminars that were, required of a captain in training, Starfleet, blah, 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 boring. But Grix, he's getting down to business. He's sharing information. He's communicating this. He's got a little bit of a stutter to his voice. You think he's just trying to control something because he feels like he has no control at all. But there's a part of you that thinks, maybe there's a part of you that thinks maybe although this goes against everything that you know about Grix and like the morale of your crew, but there's a part of you that is not 100% sure that he's not here just to finish the job. And he goes, well, the main engines 3 and 4, they've also suffered a minor failure as well, so we're kind of grounded for the time being.
Griggs,
Yeah?
you work with Dr. Lily, right?
Yeah, I'm the secretary. I just kind of, I keep her appointments, I fetch her the coffee
What do
when
you
Milo
know
gets
about
it.
How do you know so much about engineering?
I don't, the data pad, I'm just looking at the readouts, and it just says,
I'm going to scramble for the gun on my body.
Are you going to roll initiative?
I guess.
All right, roll initiative.
I don't trust him at this point because something's wrong.
Something
Something in my head is telling me this is wrong.
All right, I'm going to
Yikes.
go ahead and find another, let's see. You know what, I'm going to give him the pirate stat block.
18.
18 on
That's so
initiative. Where is it? Where is 5e? Come on. Pirate stat block. No, I don't want a source book. I just want a stat block. That's sufficient. That'll do. I did not really. I mean, I know what I did, but I did not expect this really. Alright, so he rolled a 5 for initiative.
I'm assuming that because I am now a robot and I'm not on my body that I am currently unarmed. So I am scrambling for where my body was, where I know I have a sidearm, which is in D&D terms is a light crossbow, but I'm assuming is like
Your body,
a blaster.
Your meat body is gone. Your stuff is in a pile next to you.
When I just real quick,
Messy pile.
Does it include like clothing?
Yes.
Okay, so I look down and I'm naked, like robot naked.
Robot naked, yeah.
Okay.
Man, your USB ports are open for the whole world to see.
So mild panic as he scrambles. I'm gonna go for. Actually, my first thought is to go for a gun, but he eyes up. I'm just adding this as a reason why he's carrying this in a spaceship. I would assume that most spaceships have like emergency weaponry, like not like weaponry, I should say, but like safety things. So I'm looking for like there's like a fire axe.
There's a what would be the equivalent to a dagger. There is there's a vibra blade in a glass case directly beneath what would be the foot of the captain's chair. Also, if you wanted to, it would take a round to finish printing, but you could fabricate a phaser right there in the pod that you are sitting in.
Okay. So I would say that like as a captain, I would have probably a light gun on my stuff. But I think that you know what, we're gonna go improvise. Is there something loose by, like a pipe or a chair or something?
You know what? I'll give you a narrow triangular piece of ceiling panel plastic, kind of jagged. Okay. Yeah, give it like the club stats if you must.
Sure. Club
stats. And what was your initiative roll?
18.
So yeah, not only are you initiating the combat, but you also beat him in the initiative order.
Okay. This is basically like me rolling unarmed at this point as a robot.
Yeah.
I also just have it as a natural thing as my background, so I can just hit hard.
Hit hard.
So, I am using improvised weaponry, and I am picking up a piece of debris, and we are going to hit him.
Debris.
We're going to roll that beautiful bean footage. Oh, boy. So that is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
And we are going to roll. Unfortunately, a club is 1d4. Come on, do something good. This 3. So 6 damage for my strength modifier. And that is going to be it. I smack him for 6 damage.
Smack him for 6 damage. Damn, dog.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Ensign Grix. His arm
Don't lie to me!
His arm is fully broken. The data pad clatters to the ground. Unfortunately, that was the arm that was closest to his phaser, and so he's gonna scramble to pick it up as he backs off and makes a ranged attack against you as well.
I also technically, so when I hit a creature with an, oh no, it's with an unarmed strike. Never mind. I was gonna say I have a push ability that when I hit with an unarmed strike, I shove him 5 feet.
That's gonna be a 15 to hit with his phaser.
That's gonna miss, baby.
He fires wide. The energy ripples into the...
Deflects off of the piece of debris that I'm holding.
Yeah, like a fucking Jedi, sure, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, be more badass. I dare you.
You told me it was like a piece of ceiling, so I'm like holding a tile. Just...
as he backs off slowly. Yeah, fucking, he's completely rattled. He's gonna use... let's see. You can do an attack and then a cantrip, right? No, that's not true.
No,
All right.
the cantrip has a bonus action.
Gotcha. He was gonna radio for help, but I guess he starts to reach for it as it becomes your turn.
As he's reaching for it, I'm going to grab his communicator.
Rip the badge. Okay, go ahead and give me an opposed athletics check to rip his communicator off of his shirt.
That, baby. Let's go. That's a 23.
23. Wow. Yeah.
I'm really good at athletics.
So he rolled a 3 and he adds nothing to it.
I have a +5 to it. So
do whatever you want to him. You manage to shove him and grab his communicator. You have him completely at your mercy here in the bridge of the ship.
I ask him, who are you talking to? Who are you trying to communicate with?
The second in command mechanic still here. She's trying to get the generators back
Give me
up.
a name. You're not from this ship.
He's completely blanking.
I knock him out. I just punch him square in the jaw.
Sure, I guess. Yeah. Knock him out.
I'll fucking hit him if you want me to. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay. And this is just another 1d4 for punching him.
Just another d4 for punching him.
That is another 3, so plus my strength is another 6 damage.
Another 6 damage. Out cold.
I'm going to look him over because I don't think he's telling the truth.
Go ahead and give me...
See if he has any indicators on him that he's not from my ship.
Go ahead and give me some kind of check to try to ascertain that information.
I can do perception or investigation, you pick.
Investigation.
Okay.
May or may not be a murder you're trying to solve.
Okay. That's a 15.
On a 15, you're no expert on tieflings, all right? But Grix appears to be, and in every way that matters, a healthy, young adult tiefling with red skin, curved horns, and he's got a broken arm, and now he's concussed. He's completely, this is just a guy. You just knocked out a guy.
Okay, I am going back into full panic mode. I'm going to drag him over to, like, a storage unit or, like, an open locker and try to shove him in. I think this would be a pretty
cool time to show you guys your ship.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, the DFS Faustina. And here's the bridge. There's the galley, the left and right gunner stations, the fresher, an office area and a mess area. Let's go ahead and throw Ironic Phillips right in here. I don't have a Grix icon. I didn't really think we'd get this far. I didn't really know what I planned for, but it certainly wasn't this.
Well, the galley's right next to the bridge. Actually, the Fresher is a bathroom.
Fresher is a bathroom, yeah.
I'm going to just toss him into a stall and slam the door.
All right, I'm just gonna put an X right here then. So I know where to put the icon. Should I make one? Should this get picked up?
Is James giving my poor assistant a swirly?
You have no idea because you're not there. Anyway.
I know.
I also don't think he's your assistant. So I pat him down real quick just to make sure there's nothing else. I pocket the communicator that he had.
He also had a phaser, and then the data pad is still on the ground.
Okay, I'm going to pick up the data pad and the phaser. We're going to consider the phaser to be the firearm that I had. So we'll just go from there with that, just in terms of stats.
Right.
And I'm going to go over, and I'm going to find my pile of stuff and clothe myself in my old human clothing.
Gearing on up as we return to the away team, as it were. Did your group survival check beat the 15?
I think so, because mine was
What did Moss get?
with a 20.
Yeah, I did the math while we were waiting, and you would have needed to just get a 6 or higher, 5 or higher, so we're good.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're good then.
You
I got a
guys.
22, Noodle got a 21.
We got an
and,
average of
apparently
21.
Moss got a 20. So
Yeah,
Cool.
we averaged 21. We're fucking on this. We've been a perfect team this whole time and didn't even know.
Right on.
I
As you,
recognized some edible berries in the middle of this cave.
We're not dead yet.
you're not dead yet. You guys keep vigilant against more attacks from wayward, nibbling worms. You keep out of the reach of more statues as you pass them, and you find yourself at some point in a what appears to be a village. These homes are domes with circular portholes that act as windows. The eerie visage of abandoned streets and a city center you pass through with a coraled over statue of a truly enormous lobster man. A lobster man with 4 enormous claws and a tail that stretches back to the point where its tip dips into the wishing basin of this fountain. A couple of bubbles do escape many of the little ports on the inside, as it would seem that this fountain doesn't trickle water down over itself, but in fact shoots bubbles straight up into the air in fun configurations and fun timing, to the best of your assumptions. You see street signs and plaques with more of this strange alien language made up of triangles and half-moon shapes, and other just foreign symbology. As you approach close,
given that my background is an anthropologist, technically, can I make a check to see if I can maybe figure out an idea of what these street signs say?
please. I'm gonna say every time you try to make a check like this, it'll get easier, but we're gonna start at a 19.
Okay. What am I rolling technically for that? Would that be history or? Has to be some kind of intelligence check. I don't have a list of the things in front of me, and that's a mistake.
And there's like investigation, history, it could be religion.
Whatever intelligence ability or stat thing you think is most applicable. I insist that it must be an intelligence.
Okay.
Oh, if it's magical, it could be arcana.
I mean, I guess I'll give it a case. I give it a case for Arcana in this case, because we're operating on a fairly low magic-ish. Low magic-ish.
What would it kind of look like in this campaign? I imagine it's like almost like a
That's
biology
a 16
skill in
this
context.
time around.
I'm sorry?
16.
16? Well, on a 16, I'll give you... On a 16, you're able to record a good number of symbols from this, what you assume to be an alphabet. It might not be an alphabet. A good number of symbols. I mean, you can start to maybe piece together, like you understand there's a certain collection of symbols that appear on every straight sign. And there's a certain collection of symbols that have appeared on every single statue base. So you're starting to get, you think you might be able to piece these together. If you could, I'll say that you can maybe recognize, if you see it in the future, the word for straight or maybe the word for champion.
Okay.
And next time you make a roll for it, I'll say it'll be a DC 18. If you look at different symbols in different context. I would say the most notable piece of architecture or just landmark in this village that you pass is an enormous statue of a truly gargantuan disc-shaped crab. Two pincers that reach up miles high up into the water. It is coated and spotted with corals and other creatures that stick onto surfaces. We've got barnacle and coral and mussel and all sorts of things. But the scale of it is what ultimately catches your attention. You guys are about, I want to say, you're about one more check away from reaching, and from here you can see where the Faustina has crash landed.
All right.
You appear
check as last time, or?
same averaged out check as last time. You appear to be, based off of how far you can see, which isn't extremely far. You appear to be the closest crashed escape pod to the Faustina. And one more thing before we switch back over to James. Noodle, if you could give me a perception check.
Hey, okay. On perception, I got an 8 plus 4 for 12.
Okay. You get the sense that you are being watched, but when you look to see it, you don't see anything.
All right.
As you guys continue on your way. I'm going to say the DC for this last check to make it the rest of the way to the Faustina, considering that most of what is considered truly dangerous would have run away from a crash of this magnitude, the DC is going to be only a collective 14. As we return to Iron Phillips in
15, so right above the curve.
Wait,
Right.
what was this the check for?
Same
make
as last time, so
and make it the rest of the way to the Faustina without incident.
So
survival, perception, or nature.
A collective
Whatever's the
14.
best.
As we go back to Captain Iron Phillips in the Faustina. What you doing there, Captain?
I am using the data pad and trying to connect to my control panels on the bridge to assess what has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to 2 seconds ago, or I should say not 2 seconds, 18 seconds ago, I should say, because of how many rounds of combat I was in. I was in a field. So,
right.
Yeah, I am trying to piece together what happened here and kind of assess what happened to the ship and the crew.
Okay. Moss, did you ever give the friend that you had a name? Because I kind of gave Lissa's friend a name just because I felt like I was going to use them more than I was going to use your friend. But did you ever give your friend a name?
Sorry. Oh, right. Friend in engineering. No, I did not give them a name.
Oh, you know what? I did.
We both have friends in engineering. Hold on.
I did. No, I actually did
Are we
give
all
them a name.
friends
I'm
with the
looking at my notes
engineers?
here. I did give them a. So yeah, you both have French and engineering. I gave your friend a name. Their name is Trish McKinley, and they are a fire genasi.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to season of
And it is Trish McKinley, a very Trish McKinley. She is a tinkerer. She's an artificer by trade, but she also she enters the bridge and sees you with the various hollow displays, looking at the data pad. And I'm just gonna do this real quick. All right, she doesn't clock anything suspicious. She's just gonna come in and say, "Hey, boss. Yeah, we got ourselves into quite a pickle." And she starts pointing at the displays. See here, main engines 3 and 4. I think that's gonna be our major problem here, because without those two, there's no
I'm
way
pointing
we'll
a
be.
gun at her head. I put a gun right to her temple. I put the phaser directly to her temple. It's like, step away from the console.
Aye, aye, Captain. Jesus. All right, cool. All right. Digging the new bod. I think it's really cool.
How do you know who I am?
You're you're the captain. You're Captain Iron Phillips, man. You're a legend.
How do you recognize me the way I am now?
That's your shirt, right? I mean, only one of.
I fire a shot over her ear.
Okay, they say a good captain goes down with the ship, so I went to the. I didn't you see Grix? I sent him in because I assumed the captain would be in the bridge where he was.
Why didn't you make it to an escape pod?
I wanted to be like you, man.
Give me your communicator.
Okay. No questions. Just hands it over.
Christ!
I point over. I point over to the fresher. In there. Go.
Huh?
Get in there.
Okay. Okay, Captain. Yeah. Okay. Yep. No resistance from Trish McKinley. Woo. Whoa. Is this the captain's bathroom?
I shoot the panel to close the door, locking them both in there.
You kind of hear Trish sit on the other side of the door and kind of slide down. Are you stressed? Because you know what? I think I'm just kind of in shock.
How do I turn off the hearing on this robot body?
So yeah, the readout basically tells you what Grix was trying to communicate with you. Both tractors have suffered a major failure. It's going to take quite a bit of time to get those back online. The tractors you would recognize is kind of how we, hold enemies in place. It's also been used creatively, mainly by you, to fling other objects at enemies in a sort of melee fashion. Let's
Correct.
see. You can see that the interior lights of the cabin, not the hollow displays, but the interior lights have been fading, which is right in line with both of the generators failing in a minor way. Maybe it's like maybe some loose circuitry came loose in the impact. And like Trish was saying, main engines 3 and 4, those have also, stopped working. They just seem to maybe be overheated. They were smoking on re-entry. Basically, the ship is grounded to a point. You can try to get it back up in the air. It looks like both of the deck's engines are up and going. Shield matrix seems to be has a little bit of damage sustained, but it seems to be holding at that failsafe of 12. So you're not really in risk of being attacked in any way. And besides like the melee weapon aspect of the tractor beam, looks like the weapons, the front gunners and the main cannons on the top and bottom of the ship, they don't seem to be damaged in any meaningful way. We're mainly just grounded, and taking in all that information, you seem to realize that the one person who is immediately in the vicinity that probably has the best chance of fixing all these problems is locked in the bathroom.
Fuck me. I'm gonna go over to So I'm adding this as a weapon that I just picked in my inventory. That an item that he would have known from his academy days was effectively used to like when low gravity stuff happens and then it re-locks into place. It kind of like jams things in sometimes. So they add in effectively like a space sledgehammer.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. So he goes over and pulls it from the safety storage area. That really, other than the captain, probably only like low level engineering would know for like storage compartment stuff. For like shipment things to dislodge large containers. So he goes over and he just kind of like picks up this giant hammer.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check to bust open that door.
Let's see. That is a 16 on the die. My athletics is +5, so 21.
21? You...
Technically, it's a maul according to my my character sheet, but yeah.
You swing it, and first thing you notice, how fucking awesome it feels to swing around robot limbs. Because
I'm swinging way harder than I've ever swung before. Like this thing feels like feathers in my hand.
It's a sick feeling, and if you weren't dealing with an existential crisis, you might be able to relish in the euphoria of it. But you swing and you dent the door to the executive bathroom, and Trish goes, "Whoa! Whoa!"
I peel the door back with my robot strength, and I just go, "Trish, was it?"
Trish McKinley, at your service.
Trish, get out here.
Okay. So, what's first, boss?
Well, we gotta get this thing back in the air, first and foremost.
So the main engines 3 and 4 is going to be top priority.
Yeah, correct. 3 and 4 are down. We need to get those back up and running. Do you know how to do that?
I mean, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's just going to take me a little longer because it looks like Chief Engineer Farren kind of split in the crash. Like, I saw him. He didn't get into an escape pod. He said he was going to go down with the ship just like the captain, and he really inspired me to do the same thing. But I haven't... I mean, there was an open hatch when I woke up, and he's nowhere to be found, so I think it's just me. Does that make me Chief Engineer?
For now, yeah. Do me a quick favor before you start working. Do a scan of the ship, find out if there's any current life forms in the ship. Other than
current life forms, and sure. She goes over to the communications officer's desk and punches a few buttons, and you see a schematic of the Faustina, not the Faustus, the Faustina, appear on the holo screens. Swipe over. It looks like it's you, me. What's that in the bathroom?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay. Looks like it's just us on the ship. I mean, there's a weak life sign coming from the brig. And look, three more coming from outside. And it's at that point, you guys, the three of you guys, swim into view of the port, the big clear aluminum window in the bridge. Captain, you see Ensign Milo, Medical Officer Dr. Lily Silvertongue, and Science Officer Mira swimming towards you.
Hey, those are ours, right?
I mean, they should be.
All right, let's get them on board. Can you do an external scan, see if there's any other life forms outside that would belong to the ship?
Okay.
I feel like let's be real.
Captain, is this a dead body scan?
What?
Is this a dead body scan? What's going on?
I need to know if there's survivors. Can we do a ping outside to see if there's anything?
Oh yeah, I can send a ping out to everyone's communicators, but we should be able to locate. I mean, if they're on this hemisphere, we should. I mean, this is like a medium-sized planetoid. We should be able to ping every
do
communicator on this
Okay.
on this hemisphere.
Hey, Trish.
Yeah.
You're talking a lot, and it's really bothering me. Can you just do the ping?
Aye, Captain.
Thank you.
Ping goes out.
Listen, I'm going to apologize. I'm having a very, very bad day. Do the ping, Trish.
No words,
you.
just a salute. Ping goes out. All three of you feel your communicator badges vibrate, and we see a hemispheric map of the planet come up, and we see 20 or so pings of small clusters of crewmates just scattered across this side of the planet. The farthest one is like way up north, and the next closest one is so there's like a nice dispersal pattern of a lot of crew members just stretching up more northward.
All right. Open up the hatches. Get them in.
Silently, wordlessly, she just runs away. And the three of you get led on to the Fastina, right by the shuttle dock port, the shuttlecraft port. And I'm gonna pull you guys up there, and I'm gonna drop you guys right in there. If there's any discussion you guys want to have before, that's not the one for that. I have to hit that button. There we go. Any discussion you guys want to have? What? Am I in the right layer? Should be able to just. There we go. If there's any discussion you guys want to have with Trish before going to the bridge to talk to the captain, then now would be the time to do so. Hey guys!
Hey, is everything
Mira!
okay? How's everything going here?
The captain's in a shit mood, but you guys are alive! Especially Mira, you're really cool.
Okay.
I'd be in a shit mood too if my ship crashed.
Well,
Our ship did crash!
Oh, well, he's the captain.
He's the captain. Yeah.
Okay, I guess let's go talk to the captain and figure out what's going on, right? Shirley, that's the plan?
Yeah, I'm heading to the bridge. Is the bridge okay?
The bridge is
Yeah,
fine,
I
I
don't
guess.
think
I mean,
How's the captain?
the executive bathroom looks really cool. It's the first time I've ever been in there.
Why would you need
guys,
a bathroom?
I need you guys need to not stare. The captain has been uploaded into a blank, and that can be hard for some people.
What's a blank?
Ensign Milo. Yeah, a blank is a sort of just featureless, humanoid android.
Oh, but he still has his beautiful flowing hair, though, right?
No.
No.
And his gorgeous eyes. I think Milo might have had a crush on.
No, I think, at least not for a bit. I know maybe if we get to like a star station, we can have him retrofitted with all of his old accoutrement. But he's still not really going to be... Listen, this is a big deal for him. He's told me not to speak in his presence ever again.
At least he probably still has his killer smile, right?
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Over the PAs here. Trish, what's taking so long?
Aye, Captain. All right, go through the mess, through the galley, onto the bridge. Go on. Go.
Yep,
Captain,
go.
I'm going to
We
check
don't
on that
control
weak
our
life sign in
characters,
the
right?
brig, if that's all right.
Yeah, we don't have control of our characters.
What do we have data of what's on? Yeah, I'm looking at the data pad for what's in the brig. What do we have in the brig?
The brig, it just says prisoner. Plural. Well,
we have
singular.
any-
Prisoner, singular.
Does it have any data on the prisoner, or is it just a prisoner?
Classified.
Okay.
Classified.
Trish, if you're investigating, go and investigate the brig, but do not open
I
the brig.
don't know how to give you guys control of your tokens.
Click on the token, click the setting, and then can be controlled by. And if you go into the handouts and give us characters we can control, we can just, put them,
Yeah, I was the only
I
one
can-
who made a character on
It won't
Roll20.
let me. It just won't let me.
I like
Yeah,
having.
I
I like
I
doing
can put
it on my
mine
own.
on there.
Ah! What did you do?
Ah.
So this one we can delete because
I-
you have control of that one.
Yes,
There we
I
go.
have control of
Yeah,
that.
I can show you how to get us all characters we can control between screens.
Cool.
Yeah, you could just
you guys make it to
click
the bridge.
plus character. He made us able to make our own.
It didn't work for me, but I'll mess with it next time.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I got mine to work.
Yeah, I'm hitting the button. It's just doing nothing.
Anyway. And you guys see a blank, featureless automaton face in the captain's clothes with the captain... Well, not the captain's gun. This is not the gun that he usually carries. And you see a big dent in the executive bathroom door. And you see the lights still slowly fading. Like all of like the lights, like the overhead lights. But the hollow screens that the captain had pulled up are still operational and working. You can see a map of light pings that you can only assume are for other crew members that are not here.
Names and
Okay.
ranks.
Ensign Milo operations.
Oh.
We just don't talk, or
No, like we never established what like
Rank?
Yeah.
You're
what's
science
your role?
officer.
What's your role? Yeah, what's your role in the ship?
Moss, you are the science officer. You are the head of the
Okay.
science division of the ship.
Okay, yeah. Science officer Mira.
Iron Phillips, you definitely recognize the head science officer and the head medical officer.
Yeah, it's just formalities.
I
And
see.
Yep. All right. Well, we got an ensign, we got a science officer, and we got a therapist. Any of you know how to fix a generator?
Trish.
I am weirdly proficient in Tinker's tools because I do handyman work around them. I can do my best.
Ensign, get down to the generators down on. See if we can get this power back up and running. Doc, I need you to
yes.
check in.
Yes, sir.
Doc, I'm going to send you down to Trish. She's looking in on a prisoner we have on board. All data we have listed as classified. When you rendezvous with Trish, send her to engines 3 and 4 to see if we can get those engines back up.
Can do.
Science officer, what do you know about the tractor beams?
That would be well, I can find out why the systems went down.
Yeah, let's get some more data on it.
Yeah.
We need to get this. We need to get this bird back in the air.
All right.
Any questions? And it's, you hear a big loud clang as he slaps his metal hands together.
Taking control. I like it.
No, sir.
All right, cool.
All right. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh.
This is
Okay.
not a combat initiative. This is the order we're looking into each of your individual missions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will also roll initiative, even though I don't.
21.
Didn't give myself an.
All right.
objective.
21.
16.
Whew.
12.
9, but I'm also like not.
So 21, 16 is the next one down, right?
Gesundheit.
And then 12 and then 9, right?
Yep, 9.
For Milo and Iron. All right. Yeah, starting with Dr. Lily. You meet with Trish in the brig. You see Trish on the outside of one of the cells, looking in through the. It's like one of those glass windows, but it has the wires running through it type thing. As it looks into the, I'm gonna show the audience where the brig is. You look in through the holding cell. And Trish goes, yeah, they don't look good. You are looking at what appears to be a... To your best estimation, this appears to be some kind of a ladrin.
May I make an insight check before I open this door?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Keep in mind, he told Trish not to open the door.
Yeah, Doc Captain doesn't like that. I wouldn't open the door if I were you, just so I don't make Captain mad.
Well, the captain does not outrank me when it comes to medical decisions.
Okay.
Ship. Insight is 25.
25. This Eladrin is under severe psychological distress. Its body seems to be shifting and changing with little regard to its fairly standard clothes for a prison. So it's like skin tight, kind of like not orange, but like it registers as a prison jumpsuit that it's wearing, but it kind of seems to be shifting and changing just kind of uncontrollably. Spines kind of shoot out from its back and then slink back into it. And at one point, its jaw completely unhinges and giant sharp teeth stick out and then come back in. It to your best estimation, it's a mental issue, but this also seems to be a biological issue. This Eladrin is trying to adjust itself to the new seasonal environment. Each planet, it's been observed to have a unique kind of seasonal vibration. And so when an Eladrin enters a new planet, they need to, determine what this season truly means for this environment, what it means to, maybe if it can, silently reach out to the culture, and determine what that season means. We'll get to you in a second. It seems to stop and breathe deeply as two crustacean-like eye stalks come out of its skull area. Its hands, its fingers cannot seem to decide between webbing or claws, and it grows a second pair of thin, spindly, crustinoid legs as it finally settles on a shape, and it breathes deeply. Okay. What a strange new world. And
You
it
alright?
sees you see it. I'm doing better now.
Seemed awful bullfin.
Tell your captain that he's an ass. And that he doesn't know how to land a ship. We're gonna cut over to Mira. Which of the two tractor beams are you going to? There's T1 on the left side, and Did I do T1 and T1, or I think I might have meant to do T1 and T2. They're both labeled T1. I'm dumb. I'm gonna change that to T left and T left and T.
Beam they are. That's the model number.
Yes, but I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna make this T left and T right for the tractor beams. Which one are you going to first?
Let's go to the one on the right first.
Cool. T right. Cool. Go ahead and give me some kind of check to get to the bottom of the systems being impaired on this tractor beam.
a system that's good for tech checks. Guess it could be an investigation.
Sure.
I mean, we could just wholesale decide that Arcana is tech in this world.
That could. I'm amenable to that.
That works.
Since all magic is gadgetry and physiology, we can just kind of tag that over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That makes
that's
sense.
8.
And so it shall be. You
Hello!
rolled an 8.
No, I rolled 7.
You rolled a 7. All right, to 8 in
But,
total.
yeah.
This shit busted as fuck. It looks like the main. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know that the hull surrounding this right one is not looking good. There is a trickle of water coming in. That's not great. And secondarily, one of the 2 forward-facing nozzles of the tractor beam seems just to be bent completely out of whack. And so that seems to be what's majorly wrong with this tractor side. Let's go ahead and move on to Milo, who was sent to the generators. Is that right? You going to Gen 1,
yeah.
G1 or G2?
G2.
G2.
I was gonna ask some questions, which regarding the lore drop you just dropped about Aladrin.
Mm-hmm.
Question 1: how long have I been traveling with the group, with the ship?
I would say you are probably a month and a half deep into being with this
The
crew.
point is, have we been to multiple planets?
The ship has orbited multiple planets. You have not yet been on an away mission.
Okay, cool. I'm basically asking because you just said that Eladrin changed seasons when they go to planets.
Yes.
And I want to know if that would have happened to me yet.
To the best of your estimations, your wisdom saving throw kept your mind in check.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, if we had been to multiple planets or around them enough to tune with them for super special Milo reasons, he just hasn't. He seems to change at random, unrelated to wherever they are.
Right. He kind of has you have an internal sense of season that kind of aligns with the planet that you grew up on.
Yeah.
Some sort of circadian rhythm, but for
Oh, yeah.
seasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, just pointing that out. Anyway, so this generator.
You got a pocket full of springtime?
Pocket spring.
Yeah. Luckily for you, the repair bay. So luckily for you, the fabrication system of the ship seems to be completely fully functional. And the repair bay does have access to one of the larger beds of the fabrication. So whatever parts you need are at your disposal. So whatever check you can make at advantage. The DC is going to be 16.
Okay, let's see here. We're gonna call this sleight of hand makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's more just about getting everything done quickly and effectively.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 19 plus 4 for 23.
Just like that, G1 is up and humming again. Everyone throughout the ship sees that the lights flicker back up to full light. Sorry, G2. Yeah, G2 is good.
All right.
Back up to full strength.
Generator 2.
Yeah. The remaining generator G1 still needs fixing, and then main engines 3 and 4 are still need to be repaired. And you see Trish pass you by, and get to work on major engine 4. I'm just gonna go ahead and give her. I don't have a stat block rolled out for her just yet. And she's gonna work at it for a little bit. Let's go. We're going to the end of session here, so let's go right up to Iron Phillips for the last vignette of this stream. What do you do once you are alone?
Iron Phillips is in the position of when you get flashbanged, where he just has tinnitus. and is zoning out, and he's gripping the panel hard enough with his robot hands that he's starting to crack it, as he is like recovering from a full-out panic attack still. And you just, like, anyone who's within, like, I don't know, 30 feet of him can hear, like, the cracking of the desk that he's grabbing, as he is, like, him taking over as captain is second nature. So when he's, like, barking orders and he's clearly not in a good mood, he's still trying to figure out, he's trying to figure out how to deal with what his current situation is, not just the ship, but he's not a biological being at them anymore, and that realization is driving him into like a high anxiety.
What word am I trying to spell? What the heck?
Again, I foresee an appointment between our captain and our counselor in the future. There's a therapy session incoming between the two of us.
Yes. So we end on that vignette. Iron Phillips clenching his iron fist with 1,000-mile stare into the briny depths.
And you just it just kind of like zooms in on his eyes, like, which are just like these like blue-green LEDs, and you just hear like the high-pitched whine of tinnitus as it goes from like a volume of 0 to a volume of 1,000. It's just like, and he's just like,
title card. Title card. TCL Deep Space. Thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, have been... Oh, wait a minute. We gotta do Patreon stuff. I got ahead of myself.
Yes.
I'm not used to ending on my own. Let's land this puppy. Better than Phillips did.
Hey.
So, the last Patreon art was, of course, the Cyberpunk Chop Shop selfie with all of our favorite characters right in front of Rux's beautiful sky baby. Let's go ahead and create a brand new Patreon poll for the very first episode of Deep Space. As a reminder, this is the first pilot session of the pilot episodes that we are running to determine what the next major campaign of the Cosmic Library shall be. Next week, we are doing the St. Patrick's Day holiday heist, run by none other than our very own videojames. And then the following week will be the Cosmic Library Presents Second Chances, run by the thenoodledoodler. Each of which will get their own Patreon art when we go ahead and do them. So for Deep Space Episode 1, Episode Space, capital SPACE, Episode 1, let's just call it Pilot.
Into the depths. Bad pilot.
No, just pilot. Just keep it new. Just
mediocre pilot. I know. I'm just judging the pilot.
Episode 1 pilot. We have who's got a Patreon art they'd like us to see?
I want Milo coming across the giant mantis ship person.
Milo in the statue.
Yeah.
Milo meets a statue. This time on Deep Space, Milo meets a statue.
Milo meets a statue. I would like Trish with just like a bullet hole behind her from all.
Trish nearly gets shot.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Nearly gets shot. Who else has got one?
The Faustina just careening across the sky as a giant flaming ball
The
of
pods
fire.
and everything, the life pods coming off.
Down goes Faustina. Down goes... There we go. And what you got for me, James?
So the best one I got is the captain peeking through the door like here's Johnny from The Shining. But it just says Trish, right?
Here's Phillips. Here's Phillips! Exclamation
Right.
points.
It's just an expressionless robot face.
It's
Iron
G.I.
Phillip.
Robot peeking through the
Yeah.
shining style.
Iron Phillips
Trish,
would like
right?
to know if you are Trish.
Yeah.
Oh my
Trying to
god.
reach you about your card.
Yes, extended warranty.
Inquiry. You are Trish?
Are you friend Trish?
Are you potential friend Trish?
Yeah.
That sounds like-
Assessing friendship level.
All right. Public. So if any of those moments were your favorite and you want to see that depicted in glorious Patreon art, go ahead to the TCL TTRPG at patreon.com and vote for free. But if you want stuff that's not free, if you want stuff that you can get access to for the low cost of $5, you can go ahead and sign up at the $5 level to become a Cosmic Library card holder and get access to the Cosmic Book Club, a video podcast about the love of tropes and TTRPGs and how to marry the two. Also featuring the talkback episode that we've recorded for Cyberpunk Chop Shop. So if you want to check that out.
I
I
revealed
love
two
how
villains that I never showed in the game, like two cut villains from the story.
I love how the still from it is me just doing like conspiracy theory hands.
Good stuff. Great stuff. Along with, we have a whole bunch of stuff on the Patreon. If you do sign up to become a Cosmic Library card holder, you get your very own uniquely numbered Cosmic Library card with a space for a portrait that you can stick your own OC image into, or you could have me, Goon the Unending, and do the portrait for you based off of an OC that you like, or maybe a class photo or something like that. It's up to you. So please consider becoming a patron today. Video James, do you have any little teaser nuggets you want to drop for next week's St. Patrick's Day holiday heist?
Not yet, actually. I'm still kind of piecing it together, but it is St. Patrick's Day themed.
Mm-hmm.
What
But it's
system
gonna
are we
be-
using for that?
It's going to be 5e. It's
Hell
just
yeah.
going to be it's the one that I know the best, so we're going to run with that.
That's fair.
And I will let you guys know what you need to have prepared.
Ever the
but it shouldn't
mystery
be.
man.
But I am not that anybody of you would know that I'm actually a very Irish person, so I'm actually kind of excited. And we're not going to do St. Patrick's Day the way that most people would consider St. Patrick's Day. We're going to go a little bit more Celtic.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Okay.
All right. I, of course, have been
Like a
your
plan.
Galaxy Man, Goon the Unending. And I have been joined with Dr. Rainbows and Sunshine and puffy stickers and glitter pens, otherwise known as Dr. Lily Silvertongue, otherwise known as GamerGirlllisa.
Also known as the pansexual disaster.
Hey!
Tiefling.
I've also been joined with Science Officer, and she's walking on sunshine. Whoa! Science Officer Mira, played by Moss Creature.
I didn't expect her to be in danger so early on.
Welcome to the
I am
wilds.
so glad. My instinct was like, I wanted to add some like actual battle spells, and I was like, no. I just have this feeling. And so I just loaded up on all the health spells this time, and I'm so fucking glad I did.
I didn't want to build like a super healy cleric, so I didn't actually grab any. So I'm so glad that you did.
Good
the
stuff.
more we go
so
on, the more I
glad
think
that
I
that
can
was my
take the
instinct.
entire party on my own, which is funny to imagine because I am, again, a red shirt.
I
You-
only have 15 health.
Yep.
Let's continue.
I will tell you-
We can
I
talk
will-
more after I
yeah.
finish the intros. Playing He's Just a Boy in the World. He's just a guy. It's Milo. Ensign Milo.
I got my own season in my heart.
And playing Tough as Nails. Captain of the Faustina. Now literally Tough as Nails. Playing Captain Morgan Iron Phillips has been Video James.
When I said when it's going down with the ship, I expected the ship to no longer be me. I am not. I feel like I'm part of the ship at this point. You just
We gotta get fabricating this stuff from somewhere.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all got wet. Anyway, that's gonna be the. So yeah, that's gonna be the sign off for Deep Space. I hope you all got wet. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited. Let's go.
People who are not skin tone, and then there's one guy.
Just a dude.
A guy.
We needed a dude.
Goon called him Christopher Onwell, and it'd be funny if you were just playing Onwell.
And then there's James.
And then there's James. Hell
yeah.
You've got the very obviously queer characters, and then just a guy.
There's a guy.
Just a
Just a
dude.
guy.
Right there. He looks like he's
That's
married,
weird.
and he's on the rocks about whether it was a good idea.